What up, everybody? This is Ryan here with Andrew Casimir of the LXM Pro Tour on Team STX. Andy, how you doing?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. I guess the first question I'm gonna ask you is, why did you choose the LXM Pro Tour? I know out of school, you had a great career down in college. Why LXM, and do you see the LXM growing in the future?
Once I was done with college and I saw some options to play lacrosse at the next level, play professionally. Once I realized I had options between the MLO and LXM, I didn't know much about LXM at the time. So once I did my research, talked to some people, and realized who was involved in it. Guys like Xander Ritz and Max Ritz, Scott Hockstadt, and Kyle Addison. These are guys who just proven lacrosse records. Whatever these guys get into business-wise, it always does well. These guys are great lacrosse players. I think the biggest thing for me was seeing who was involved on the tour and seeing these guys that actually have lacrosse experience and very good lacrosse experience, All-Americans and have won national championships, won tour-tons. It was easy decision for me. Once I saw these guys were involved and got to see the level of play and see how, focused and dedicated everybody was to growing the game and continue to play, it was an easy decision. So I decided, to go to the LXM Pro Tour, and probably the best decision I've made in my lacrosse career.
Awesome. Now, do you see any growth for LXM Pro Tour? I know that there's two teams, STX, and then the other one is, was it Soleil?
Yes.
Do you see any growth coming in the near future?
Oh, for sure, very soon. I can't really talk about specific details, but a lot of guys that I talk to and hang out on a regular basis. The Ritzes and Hockstedt and Kyle. There's some big things coming moving forward for next year. They're expanding to, I can't get too much detail, but they're planning on expanding to more teams and having some more big sponsorships involved. So that's exactly what LXM needs. And it's there's so many good players out there that don't get the opportunity to play professionally because of in the MLL there's only so many roster spots for guys. So I feel questions all the time from guys when at different tournaments. I was at the Vail tournament talking to guys and them wanting to know more about LXM and get involved because they didn't play. So there's definitely room for growth there. They're taking care of it to get it done. But also the biggest thing is they want to do it the right way. You don't want to expand for the sake of expanding to say you have more teams. That's not the right way to do it. So they're doing their research to see what markets want to be hit, and they're going to get after it.
Awesome. That sounds definitely seems like LXM's a pretty competitive league. It seems like there's a lot of room for improvement, a lot of room for growth. So you're currently coaching at J. Sarah Catholic High School in California. How is that, and how's lacrosse coming along in California in general?
It's coming along great. A lot better than I thought. I moved out there at the end of February, and I started coaching varsity team with Kyle Addison and Max Davis at the varsity level. It's been great. We had a very young team. We actually won the training league out there, so that was great. We had a lot of freshmen and sophomores playing for us, so we have a lot of these guys coming back. So a lot of guys coming back and a lot of fall ball and winter work. But California as a whole, man, it's crazy. There's so much room for these guys to get better, and these guys want to be better. They're constantly. I think typically you do get a lot of guys who want to say they play lacrosse and not really work at it. But as a whole, the majority is a lot of good players out there who are stepping up and have aspirations of playing in a D1, a D3 level, D2 level, whatever.
Awesome. Yeah, with good coaches, and good work ethic, it seems like players are want to play for good coaches. So it's good that California's growing out there. So you work for Adrenaline, correct?
Yes, I do a lot of different work for Adrenaline between camps, clinics, everything they have going on. Just recently I was up in Sonoma for that big Sonoma shootout, so I did stuff like that. Do lots of stuff in Orange County and San Diego area, whether it's working in the office or going just to different places for them and doing clinics and appearances, whatever they need me to do.
Nice. So it seems like you got a pretty good gig out there for yourself.
Yeah, I can't compare too much.
Yeah. So on the field now, who's the best player you faced so far in your career, whether it be in college, LXM, summer league, etc.?
Oh man, that's a tough question. I mean, for me, I have to say, my first pro game playing LXM, that was last year, last June. Coming down, and I ended up getting switched on to Kyle Addison. That was that time we were on opposite teams at that point. And so I guess going against him was great. Kyle was definitely up there. I'd say Chaz Woodson and John Christmas, those guys have been amazing. And I also had to put Mikey Powell. I played against Mikey too a couple of times. So that's unreal. Seeing guys that I've looked up to my entire lacrosse career playing against those guys has been unbelievable.
Yeah, that seems like it's a pretty big pretty big, good competition in that league. So before the game now, I saw the video on YouTube from the Lacrosse Network of your stick. Who dyes your sticks and who strings those up for you?
It's been the same guy since since the beginning of college. Mike Bell, Connecticut guy who when I was in Long Island went to college with him at Dowling. He strings all my sticks for me. I couldn't tell you the first thing about how to string a stick, so he always stays there that he always makes sure they're game ready. Don't have to break them in. And on that stick that the Lacrosse Unlimited made for me, he was able to dye that for me real cool. He takes a lot of time. A really creative guy, and takes care of all my sticks for me.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll have that video posted below. Now, any pregame rituals that you go through? Any pregame music? Any routines that you go through before the game?
Yeah, so there's a couple of things. I'm a really quiet guy before the game. I like to stay nice and quiet, stay loose, stay focused. I'm a big, a lot of guys in college know I'm a big No Hands by Waka Flocka and Wale fan. So that's the last song I listen to before I go out for sure. But besides that, I listen to a lot of up-tempo music, get myself in a real good space before playing. And I usually during the national anthem, I always have to get a yawn out, a nice yawn to get nice and relaxed and focused and ready to go.
Yeah, nice. And it seems like it's doing pretty well for you. Nice little ritual. What's the best memory you have from playing lacrosse? Like, what's the best thing that you've accomplished? And what's one thing that sticks out from your lacrosse career that seems to be real special to you?
I think that the biggest thing I think was have to be in 2010 when my Dowling team made the Final Four. Being in the room with all of our teammates and families and watching our names up on the TV screen was unreal. That's something I'll never forget the rest of my life and how that felt. And unfortunately, we couldn't get it done that year, but it was just an awesome experience just to be a part of it and to be with all those guys. And it's something that you'll never forget for the rest of your life. And that was unreal.
Yeah. For those who don't know, the Division II playoff structure until now it was only 4 teams, so to make the playoffs in Division II was a very tough thing to do. All right, Andy, I'm going to do a little rapid fire round. I'm just going to ask you a couple quick questions. It's nothing big. Favorite food?
Favorite food, chicken parmesan.
Favorite TV show?
The Office.
Yeah, favorite video game?
FIFA.
And your favorite song? I think you just said it before.
Yeah, No Hands by Waka Flocka Wale is definitely one of my favorite rap songs.
Yeah. All right, now one of the last questions I have here is, what's one thing you think that lacrosse really needs to grow, or just in general?
I think, the biggest thing I would say when I tell the guys when they ask me that all the time, I get kids saying that. I think lacrosse right now is on the right path. I think in the grade school, in the middle school, high school level, and college level, it's growing. It's growing at an unheard of rate. Guys, there's so many more people picking up a stick and wanting to learn more about the game. So I think that's good. I think that we need to keep up the seriousness and keep up the classy tradition of it. And that's the biggest thing that will change. And there's a lot of different things that, the whole LXMPro thing and the whole, whole society. That's not really my thing. Kudos to anybody who's doing that and making money off of that. Great. I'm happy for you, but that's something that I don't personally buy into and get into. So that'd be something that I think that it needs to kind of just weed that out. If people and everyone I speak to says they don't like it. So if you don't like it, stop supporting that and get down to actually taking the game seriously and worry about your game, not how you look.
All right. Let's see here. Yeah, it seems like any shout-outs, any thing you want to add, any other thing, any shout-outs you want to do to anybody?
No, I just say, obviously hit me up on Twitter, Black Hurricane with a 3. Just keep relaxing, man. Always keep a stick in your hand and keep having fun with it. That's what it's meant for.
Yeah, we'll have your Twitter name up on our page. Andy, thank you for your time.
No, thank you, man. Your site looks awesome, man. Keep it up. Keep having the good interviews. I'm sure you get some awesome feedback. Get those hits up.
Awesome, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Promise.